Welcome to the webinar, What Do You Need a Property Management? This is our second webinar related to this subject, so welcome. Hope you enjoy this webinar. Who we are? We are J&C Real Estate and J&C Property Management. I'm Cynthia Tejada, my real estate agent here in California. I'm working with my husband, Jorge Tejada. He is the broker to make a real estate and property management here in California. Is requested by law that you need a broker, a licensed broker to do this kind of business. So he's the broker, I'm the real estate, so we can help you. He's doing this business in real estate around 12 years now here in the high desert area, Victorville, Hesperia. And also we attend the cities of Indio, Coachella, Bermuda Dunes, and that type of desert. We are J&C Real Estate and here just to help you with these kind of subjects about property management. If a rental property is not managed correctly, it will fall into shambles. Luckily, there are several different ways to manage property to fit every landlord's needs. You can be completely hands-on or you can decide to outsource everything. As J&C Real Estate, we will keep your property up, running, and generating revenues. So this day, we're going to talk about 3 strategies for managing your rental property. What are those strategies? One is managing tenants. So what we do, we rent collection, we set up the due dates. Most of them are 1 to the 5th date of the first days of the month, collecting rent each week or month, depending on how obviously it's like the first days of the month. Establishing late fees, grace periods, and dealing with unpaid rent. We do a lease agreement too, verifying the lease includes all legal terms required by your state, landlord tenants law, making sure lease is up to date with most recent versions of law. Managing lease start and end dates of all tenants. Also, tenant screening. You need to advertise vacancies, setting up appointments, verifying information on application. You may also determine if certain tenants are a good fit or not. So like in our tenant screenings, you can do criminal records, eviction records, if they have too many collections. It's just to make sure they are able to pay you and they're not swamped in debt. The move-in also signing lease agreements, going over rules, requirements, and regulations, collecting the security deposit, first month of rent, they're walking through it so you can stay how they receive the property. Also, managing the tenants are the move-outs. It's very, at the end, the things are not very well. You need to verify that the lease term is actually covered, checking the conditions of the rental unit for any damages, the disposition of security deposit. So by law, there's some requirements, that things that you cannot discount to your tenants, like painting. If here in California, after 2 years, the tenant doesn't need to pay painting. He can give you the property back without painting the property. It's your responsibility as a landlord. So it's good to know those type of things because carpets are sometimes the wear and tear. They're not discountable for the tenant. So you need to know that in order not to make any troubles or court demands and that type of things. So beginning the process to find a new tenants for an apartment too when they leave. Right now, the things are very, very good for the rental properties. The prices are going up and up and up, and there's a list, wonderful list of waiting list that people want to rent right now. So when I have a property, I have 3-4 families waiting for that. So you don't have any time, just the time to prepare it and rent it. So it's very good right now. Tenants complaints, fielding complaints, setting up a game plan to fix the problems, repair requests, that kind of thing. Sometimes it's very stressful to have that. My bathroom is clogged, my kitchen sink is not working, or my garbage disposal, the dishwasher. Sometimes it's very quiet, sometimes it's very loud. So we have a lot of complaints that we need to deal with. Sometimes you are able to handle it, sometimes you need to do something about it. But it's something that you need to respond to the request quickly, prioritize the importance of the repairs, because sometimes they are not that important, and sometimes you need to resolve it quickly. So doing the repair yourself or hiring someone to do it. I really, you need to hire someone that really knows what is going on. So managing the tenant also includes eviction, right? So when they don't pay you, you need to get rid of them. So sending tenants that legally require notices before eviction. So something that you need to be updated. It's about what is requested right now. With the COVID-19, a lot of laws have been changed. So the 3 days notice is no longer available for us. So it's we have just to notify the tenant they have 3 days to pay rent, or you go to eviction notice. And right now, that doesn't exist. You need to serve a 15 days notice and wait to the tenant to respond if they have any COVID situation, that way they haven't paid you. And then just to make sure that you give that notice, because you cannot get rid of them. You cannot evict them. Right now in California, it's very strict. We have a notice that is going until June that you can be able to start a process of eviction. So you need to be updated in order to have everything in order and preparing all the documents that you need to support that situation. So also, it's managing all the maintenance and inspections. So the second main part of the rental property management is the property itself, right? It's your active, your assets. It needs to be in good conditions in order to make money from them. So the physical structure needs to be maintained for the health and safety of the tenants. Your insurance company may also require certain parts of the structure, such as the roof, to meet certain standards, or they will refuse to insure the property. So maintenance is making sure tenants have access to running water at all times and heat in the winter, fixing roof leaks, plumbing leaks, cracked tile, loose handrails, faulty doors or window locks. That's the basic, right? That you need to make sure that everything is in order. Inspections, you will have to deal with inspection from the town and even from your lender and insurance company. The town inspections or city inspection, right? Some cities are requested to have a rental property license. So you need to make sure that you have everything in order. In some cities are very strict. Here in Victorville, they have inspectors all over the place. They are doing inspections regularly. And they ask for the landscape to be good with rock, not dirt, and those types of things. So you need to be clear on that too. Lender, insurance company, they inspect all the time. So depending on which state or how or which companies are you working, you need to be prepared for that kind of inspections. So also managing your finances. So you need to see if that income is coming or what are the expenses that make sense for you. the third part of the management that I will have to deal with is when owning a rental property involves the finances. You need to understand how much money is coming in each month and how much money is going out. Rent payment, how much you collect in rent each month. Mortgage payment, if you have one, right? What you paid in each month on your mortgage. Insurance, how much you pay to insure your property. Taxes, what your yearly property taxes. Those are expenses, right? Utilities, if you pay some in some properties, depending on the apartments or complex, or usually the owner, the landlord pays water and trash, but not the electricity and gas, or sometimes nothing. But you need to know which utilities are you paying. Sometimes are just for the general areas. So you need to consider that. Fees, fines, things that you may have to pay for the inspection, costs, maintenance, all those types of things. So you need to have an idea of what is going out in order to see what's the really you're earning, right? Everything needs to be positive, so your numbers make sense. And the fourth thing is, and these approaches of the management, there are three that you can do it. So you can do it yourself, right? You are possible for everything. You are the one who's collecting rent, shoveling the snow, filling your taxes and everything. That's a good thing. So as we talked last week, that's a thing that you can do if you have the time and you have just one property, maybe two, maybe you can do it, right? Depending on how much time do you have available and the expertise that you have in this field. So you need to consider if you want to do it yourself. There are several ways that you can do it, but you need to have the right information. And half do it yourself or half outsource, it's a good option. So you manage the areas that you feel more comfortable. So you have, or do you have any expertise on that? And then outsource the area you don't have field. So we have some clients that they do most of the property management. They handle rent collection. They do the repairs, but they leave us or they hire us just to make the first tenant screenings and the leases and the advertising. So we have everything ready for them, just legally with the leases and finding a good family for them with all the requirements that we have. Prepare that for them, and then he handles from there. And then at the end, we help with something that he cannot manage, like evictions or dispositions, something like that. So we have some clients that they do just part, and they look for us to do it in the right way at the beginning and at the end, and they can handle the daily basis managing those tenants. So it's good to know. And the other thing is outsource management completely. So you own the property, but you have no desires to hands on a manager, right? You don't have the time, maybe because of the distance, maybe because you have too many properties, or you have another investments, because sometimes you can do an investor, but real estate is just a part of it. So that's when you need to hire management. It's better for there, just put your goals, that what you want to have as an income and an average maintenance. You need to consider what's the real status of your house, because sometimes the landlords lose the perspective of what they really have, because sometimes the people are old or damaged. They don't want to do any investments on that. So it's good to know that you need to have your property really, really good conditions in order to rent it cool and not have any maintenance problems or issues during the next year. So that's good, because sometimes you need to together with a good company that helps you with that, with good vendors. They can do the work for you in a very good way. So these are the three approaches that you can handle your property management. So it's very good to know that you can handle yourself. Just prepare yourself what you really need. If you're struggling, please find help. You can find help just for the things that are very difficult. I know for the tenant screening, sometimes you don't know where to go and look for a good tenant screening, or where do you look for a credit check. Because if you don't want to pay for that, it's not going to be a good credit report. You need to pay it in order to have the good screening process, the one that is very complete with all the accounts, the credit score, the criminal evictions, the criminal records, and the eviction records. That's very important to do it. If you cannot do it, please look for someone that can do it for you in order to have a good family into your rental. I know that we cannot know what's the future for your rental property, because sometimes divorce happens and the family stability or the income they lose in the process, or sometimes someone dies, or like this COVID thing, some families are struggling, but you need to know at the beginning what to ask in order to have more secure family incomes, in order to have good rentals income. So this is our approach today. Hope you can enjoy it. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate in contact us. Our webpage is there, jncre.com. You can find us in Facebook. You can find us in Instagram too. We can handle everything that you need to consider that you can ask. And of course, we can help. If we can help you, we will do it. We will gladly love to do it. We're managing over 100 properties right now, commercial and residential. So hope we can help with this. Enjoy your rest of the night or rest of the day, wherever you are. So thank you for joining us. Take care. Bye.